Hello there, welcome back to another arena run. I can't honestly not remember what I did last time, but due to the fact that I do have a couple of quests involving a paladin, we'll be playing a paladin. I have one quest you will need 5 victories, and another one where you just need 2. So playing a paladin is what we will be doing here. Lay on hands, restore 8 health, draw 3 cards, face the manipulator. Lay on hands is actually a good card and also restores a little bit of health, so it could actually be a good card. Mellow War Leader, not really good. Paces Manipulator, potentially good. I think we'll actually take a lay on hands here and see how that turns out. Raise of Fen, Bluegill, or Ironbeak. I think we'll actually take the Ironbeak for the Silence. Hammer of Wrath, Blood from Raptor, or Buddha Bay Bodyguard. Definitely the Hammer of Wrath. Ancient Brewmaster, Priest of a Loon, or a Wisp. We do have healing in Lay of Hands, so we'll take the Brewmaster. It's the same card. Retracts the minion, potentially can be used with Ironbeak Owl to get used to silence twice, and also it costs 2 less, so Ancient Brewmaster it is. This is kind of to some extent, tough one. Darkscale Healer is good to if you have ball control and need healing for your minions, then it works fairly good. Reckless Rocketeer, Charge could be useful. Fair little health though, so it basically doesn't survive the round. Silverback Patriarch is virtually useless, so I think we'll take the Darkscale Healer. Acolyte of Pain here is definitely, we only have 1 spell. Spell damage doesn't really matter that much. Card draw is, in my opinion, way more important, so we'll definitely take the Acolyte here. Frostwolf, Warlord, Redemption, Hand of Protection. Frostwolf could be good if we have a lot of minions. Redemption is also fairly good. When one of your minions dies, return to life with 1 health. If it has just 1 health to begin with, or potentially using it on Acolyte of Pain will work very good. That would mean you get an extra card. Rather than that, well, if you think about it, it wouldn't actually be that good because you sacrifice a card to get a card. But potentially it can work very well with some of the other more high damage minions. So even so, I think in this case we'll actually just take the Frostwolf. I think it will work better than the Redemption or the Hand of Protection. Hand of Protection is good to protect a minion to kill something, but other than that, I don't really see a good use for it. You can of course use it to get board advantage, but that's about it. Daron Mage, Loot Hoarder, or Kobold Geomancer, we still only have 1 spell. Spell damage have been offered us, but I do like, as you know, card draw, so we'll take Loot Hoarder. Silverback Patriarch, Grimscale Oracle, or Bluegill Warrior. All of these are horrible if you ask me. I think we'll actually take the Silverback Patriarch just to have a little bit of taunt. It will help. Divine Favor, it works fairly well. Ancient Watcher and Ironbeak would be a terrific combination on turn 4, but it would still only be a Yeti, so I think we'll go for the Questing Adventure. I don't really need... I do have plenty of card draw so far, so I don't see that I would need Divine Favor since I'll mostly have a lot of cards in my hand. Archmage, Ancient Brewmaster, or Elven Archer. Do you want another Ancient Brewmaster, or do we want to take an Archmage for... It survives a lot and also gives spell damage, so I think we'll actually take a Archmage here. Just in case, we will probably get some more spells, so I don't really see a bad thing by taking one. Dark Iron Dwarf, used for Brewmaster or a Cultmaster. We don't really have any taunt to hide this thing behind yet. So I think we'll actually go for the Dark Iron Dwarf. It's a fairly good card, and you can use it to kill a lot of annoying stuff if you have a minion on the field to begin with. So it works fairly well. Ring Farsi, Young Dragonhawk, and Consecration. This is not even a competition. Consecration over this. This thing restores 3 health, so it can be situationally good, but Consecration is usually a very good way of getting out of stuff. Priest of a Loon, once again, don't really need any healing for my hero. We have Lay on Hands. Red Corsair, it's a taunt, but I don't have any weapons yet, so it's really no way of getting it. If I do get the weapon that has full cost, it will be fairly good, but we are offered the Blessing of Kings here, so we'll take that instead. Noble Sacrifice, Magma Rager, or Goldshire Footman. Horrible, and very useful to some extent. Guardian of Kings, Stormpike Commando, or Raid Leader. We are missing some of the late game big creatures, and being able to heal can potentially be the difference between victory or defeat, so I think we'll actually take the Guardian of Kings here. Stormpike Commando is good for that 2-hit, but other than that, I don't really like it too much. It's basically a Cold Master that does 2 damage and then dies. Ancient Mage, that's actually a pretty good battle cry, but we still only have 2 damage spells, so it's not like it would help a lot. Of course, I could play the Ancient Mage and then the Consecration if I had 2 minions on the field, and it would be terrific. But other than that, I don't really see a good use for it. Equality is pretty damn good because every single minion gets 1 health, so you can trade a 1/1 for virtually anything. And with the hero ability, it works extremely well. But I think we'll actually take the Azure Drake here. It's a little bit of spell damage, and once again, card draw. Blessing of Kings or True Silver Champion? Yeah, I won't even discuss this. I think we'll take a True Silver Champion. We already have 1 Blessing of Kings, and if we get a weapon ourselves with the amount of healing we have, I think we'll be pretty well off. I can then sacrifice some health to kill off minions rather than do anything else. Shield Bearer, Blessing of Might, or Mad Bomber? I think we'll take the Mad Bombers for some more early gameplay here. Mind Control Tech, Light Warden, or Aldo Peacekeeper. In this case, we'll take Aldo. We can't really heal much, and I think we'll be aiming at having bullet control. So if my opponent has 4 minions, they're already done a mistake, I dare say. So we'll take the Peacekeeper for the Battle Cry. It works fairly well. Fang Creeper, Stonewind Champion, or another Mad Bomber. We don't really have much taunt. We do have a Silverback Patriarch, but that's about it. Fang Creeper is a pretty damn good taunt, and I think I'll actually take that. If not, I'll probably take another Mad Bomber. Voice, Blessing of Wisdom, or Repentance. I think we'll actually take a Blessing of Wisdom here. If we can get a minion behind the taunt, we'll have a very good source of card draw. Vertigo Mercenary, Ogre Magi, or Argent Squire. We still lack a little bit of that late game punch, but I think we can actually afford to take an Ogre Magi here for some extra spell damage and try and aim at getting some more spells. You for Brewmaster, Abusive Sergeant, or Guardian of Kings? I think we'll take another Guardian of Kings and then say that we have a fairly good endgame. Also a lot of healing then, perhaps too much. Where's Power Skull, Novice Engineer? This is the one thing I want to actually take for the card draw. You're basically sacrificing 2 mana for a card. It's good in some circumstances, but more often than not it will be fairly useless. So we'll take a Harvest Golem. They work fairly well. Holy Light, Noble Sacrifice, or Murloc Tidehunter. Noble Sacrifice is definitely the way to go here. We have 2 Guardian of Kings, and we have a Lay of Hands for, healing issues. Some Fury Protector, Blessed Champion, or Azure Drake. I think we'll actually take another Azure Drake here. We don't really have many spells, but Cold Draw could be very good. Wolf Rider or Boulder Fist Ogre. With the amount of healing we have, I think we can allow ourselves to take damage in the early game. So we'll take a Boulder Fist Ogre and really lay on the damage later on. Do I want to race with an Hunter, or do I want to take a Noble Sacrifice? A 3rd Noble Sacrifice. I think we'll take a race with an Hunter. We do need some creatures early game, and we do need something that will actually survive. Faceless Manipulator, Mountain Giant, or Murloc Wall Eater. Considering that we have a ton of actually cards in this game, in this deck, we have the Loot Hoarder, we have Acolyte of Pain, we have potentially Lay on Hands, and a couple of other things. I believe Hammer of Wrath. I think we can afford taking a Mountain Giant rather than a Faceless Manipulator. So, this will be interesting. Did use a little bit of time on the drafting, but I think I hope you can forgive me for that. I think it should be an interesting deck to try out. I've been trying to focus a little bit on card draw. We also have the 2 Azure Drakes, so we do have a ton of card draw. What the hell? I might have too much. I'm like, up against a Warlock. This could be interesting. Well, I did get an interesting first hand here. A Loot Hoarder, Blessing of Kings, and Azure Drake. We'll drop these 2. And see what we get instead. Mountain Giant and Darkscale Healer. I'd actually prefer what I had to begin with. As things are now, Loot Hoarder on turn 2 will be our only play. And then we'll probably have to go for Initiates. Most likely. See how that goes. Siege changed his entire hand, so we might be good off here. Or fairly alright. We also have a turn 3 play now, so things aren't completely horrible.
I greet you.
Let's see here what he actually plays. Probably coin into something. Coin into a what? A Flame Imp! You coined into a Flame Imp and a Blood Imp. That is a very scary combination. That is a horribly scary combination, and I think I'll just have to play the Loot Hoarder. It'll survive the Loot Hoarder, and it'll survive not the Golem in turn 3, but he'll probably get rid of that, and I'll take a massive amount of damage here, due to the fact that this thing will get a lot of... A Void Walker. Well, This what just went from bad to worse. I might potentially have to go Blessing on Kings here on the loot order to solve this issue, which is hilarious in its own right. So for now, I think we'll just play the Harvest Golem. And we'll run the loot order into... I should have run the loot order into that first instead. Look what I got. So I will get an Acolyte of Pain. That could be useful. So we'll see how this goes. Potentially, I might actually have to Blessing of Kings the Harvest Golem, worst case scenario. Demon Fire. So yeah, I'm starting to think that this is a Rushdown deck. Definitely looks like it. So I will have to hope to get up some taunts here, otherwise I might be toast. No! This is great! We can silence the annoying imp. And we're definitely going to do that. We'll silence it, we'll play an Initiate. We'll hit that. And then we can start getting back into the game next round, or next turn. I was hoping, but that thing is annoying. I might have to go Blessing of Kings here, possibly on the Initiate or whatever survives. It'll be interesting to see, but he kind of put himself in an awkward spot here. Yeah, that Oasis Snapjaw needs to die. So, do I want to trade up here? I think I do. I think we trade that for that. We do that. Then I think we actually play the Acolyte of Pain, and we also play an Initiate, and that's it. So we did take a lot of early game damage, but we do have 2 Guardians of Kings, and we also have Lay on Hands. And we're starting to get into the zone where I think we'll be able to be in charge. Also, I do have the Darkscale Healer, and potentially I can use that to my advantage. I'll probably kill off the Acolyte now. Yeah. Kind of to be expected here. Big question now is, do I want to give that thing just 1 health with the alot Peacekeeper? I don't want to save it for something else. I think we actually start laying on some pressure here by playing a Mountain Giant. Yeah, we'll be playing a Mountain Giant. And I don't really see any reason to hurt this thing just yet. We'll be going for the face here. I have a Guardian of Kings, 6 health. Will bring us about equal. He has 3 cards. I have a Blessing of Wisdom for card draw. Blessing of Kings. I can make this thing a 12-12. The only problem is that he has Siphon Soul, most likely, and will screw me over with that. Novice Engineer. I really would like my Consecration right now. So he's actually going to start killing minions, and to some extent that actually makes sense, I dare say. I do have 2 Guardians of Kings though now, so I'll play one of them. What can I do? 10, 11 damage next turn, but with the Guardian of Kings, or 2 Guardian of Kings, I think I'm alright. So let us play that. Let us start trading some creatures here, I think. Yeah. Let us get rid of that. He's almost out of cards, so he might actually have to start life tapping too. And I have another Guardian of Kings. These things won't actually be able to kill that. I might actually be able to clear the board next turn if I do get a good card. I might go Blessing of Wisdom. I probably should have done that on Mountain Giant. Another Blood Imp. I really need my Consecration. A charge creature. So he's actually going to keep going for my face, I think. He's cardless. Yeah. Another Guardian of Kings is definitely coming up here. Noble Sacrifice. I can use that to defer or stop some damage, which is great. So, let us go Noble Sacrifice. Let us go another Guardian of Kings. And let us start killing his creatures, because he has exhausted his hand. He can maximum get 2 cards a turn. And with that, I'm definitely in a very good position here. He might be able to heal these things up, but he can't really damage my creatures unless he gets a spell. Because of the Noble Sacrifice. The Dark Iron Dwarf will be hit by that. And as such, I'm perfectly fine, really. I can then Blessing of Kings this thing, give it Blessing of Wisdom, and really start pounding on him. What do I have? 8? I have 18 damage on the field. I can actually kill him with the Blessing of Kings. No, he had a Demon Fire. That's unfortunate. Secret. Noble Sacrifice. I think what we do is play the Darkscale Healer. And another Noble Sacrifice. Yeah, I think we do that. I think we play Darkscale Healer. And I think we also play Aldo Peacekeeper here. Just get rid of that Dark Iron Dwarf, make it virtually useless. And then we'll play another Noble Sacrifice. Or do we want to do that if it only does 1 damage? No, we'll play a Blessing of Wisdom on this thing. Get some cards out of it and start dealing damage. He's dead next turn if he can't actually make anything work here, so he overextended and I'm currently profiting from it. The Guardian of Kings really helped me out here. That won't do anything for you. That won't do anything for you either. So. No! I wanted to Blessing of Kings the Guardian. Oh. The funniest thing here is he seemed to actually get rather mad. But that game went very well. Basically like I thought it would. To some extent. By using the Guardian of Kings and later on the Lay of Hands to actually survive the early game. It's kind of annoying that we didn't get any of our spells. If we had, it would probably have been a little bit more difficult, perhaps, since I wouldn't have been playing as many minions. But it ended up fairly well. We had stuff that traded fairly good with him. The 5/6 Guardian of Kings trades really well with the 4/4s he had. We're going up against a Shaman. This could get interesting. 4 lightning and annoying stuff like that. I think we'll actually drop the Boulder first, we'll drop the alot, and we'll drop the Guardian of Kings. Noble Sacrifice can be used to defend against smaller minions, so it's not really that much of a problem. Well, this is not the best opening hand, so I think what we'll just do here is go Noble Sacrifice. And then we'll probably have to play an Initiate. I can't really see anything else, and on turn 3 then, we'll probably coin Dark Iron Dwarf and use the Initiate to kill whatever he has on the field. That thing is going to be a little bit annoying, but as I said, I can use the Initiate on it on turn 3. And that is probably what I will do. We could of course try and save cards now and get the Mountain Giant up. But I think we'll coin into the Dark Iron Dwarf on turn 3 and get rid of whatever the highest damaging creature he has on the field. He can't play a 4-cost minion. Worst case scenario now, he has a Yeti. Organ Infiltrator, Acolyte of Pain. So yeah, I'll definitely trade the Acolyte for... well, you kill that, that is good. So I'll trade the Acolyte for the... no, I'll trade the this thing for the Acolyte and then have a 4/4 on the field, which could definitely start causing some trouble. Coin, Dark Iron Dwarf. Get rid of the annoying little Acolyte and end the turn. So I do have Lay of Hands, I do have a Silence, I do have an Azure Drake, Brewmaster. Potentially I could damage this thing, then just Brewmaster it. That is a possibility. Healing Totem. Yeah, so he's actually going to use the Stormforged here and start doing damage. He can only play a 4-cost minion. Do I want to play the Brewmaster on his own here? I think I do. He doesn't actually have any minions, and if he wants to take 5 damage, he's more than welcome. I do have an Azure Drake for next turn for some card draw, meaning that the Mountain Giant will still be a possibility very soon. I think we'll go Azure Drake than Boulder Fist. I don't really see any better things to play here. Ferret Spirit. He's definitely going out here. Potentially I could silence one of them. Do I want to play the Mad Bomber here? Definitely not. I think we'll just stick to what I was planning here. Azure Drake. It will survive the Wolves, and potentially we could get something working. He might decide to hit that now himself, but that wouldn't really make... It wouldn't make too much of a difference. He'll take 5 damage nonetheless. He'll probably trade Taunt for it. What is that? A Lightning Bolt. So he'll probably trade a Wolf then. Oh. Fog Lightning. He's using a lot of Overload. He's not going to be able to play anything next turn. So. You used all you had, and I can now put out a Mountain Giant. How do you feel about that? You have 4 mana and you need to deal with a Mountain Giant. Well, you don't really need to deal with it. 7 mana next turn, what do you want to do? Probably Ogre Magi and a Razorfen Hunter. You got another Taunt. That's annoying. Yeah, you'll you should just deal damage to me, because I have to deal with that one way or another. Come on, you know you want to. I'm actually very tempted here to play the Mad Bomber, and the reason why I'm very tempted to play the Mad Bomber is simply because of the fact that it'll most likely kill, no, it's not really likely to, but it might actually kill a creature, so we'll take a chance on the Mad Bomber, then we'll play the Ogre Magi, I think. Of course. Well, that did not go as planned. I think, no, I'll play the Razor Fan. He is playing a lot of annoying little creatures, so playing up the board. I might actually get another Forked Lightning or something out of this, but it's perfectly fine. I have a strong board, he needs to deal with it. I don't know if he can. I also have some strong creatures in my hand, so it's not like I'm completely in trouble should they manage to clear it. I also have... no, I don't actually have a Guardian of Kings in my hand. Well, that is a good play, because it will kill most of the things that I have on the board. It will also kill all of his. Or we could just silence it. We'll silence the damn thing. Why not? It would be hilarious to do so. And then I think we'll trade the Mad Bomber and the Bull. 3 damage to 2 random minions. Oh, he did hit the Mountain Giant. How dare he? He didn't... Well, that... What do I want to do now? I think we play the Boulder Fist, and then we play a Silence on the Taunt. Yeah, we'll do that. Boulder Fist. Silence on the Taunt. Then we'll use the Mad Bomber. We'll use this thing. We'll use this thing. And do I want to kill the Wrath of Air Totem? No, I want to give him 8 damage to the face. And he's in trouble now. What do I have? I have 16 damage on the field. He's almost dead. If I get my Hammer of Wrath, I could just Ogre Magi and kill him. A Sea Giant. Well, that dies unless you sacrifice something to kill the Mountain Giant. And he's going to do that. Can't say I'm too impressed. I'm still running him down. He doesn't have a taunt. So I think we'll just ignore that and continue making some, or causing damage here. I'll play the Ogre Magi to put a little bit of extra... No, we'll play the Ogre Magi and the Frost Wolf to put a little bit of extra pressure on him, more or less, and then we'll just hit him in the face. So, he's probably dead. The Sea Giant can kill 1 creature, the Searing Totem can kill that. But even so, it can't get rid of these 2 with spells, as far as I know, and I don't think he has to have any taunts here that can help him. I also have a lot of health stuff here, and a layer of hands to get cards, so it's not really like I am in trouble. This deck is actually fairly good. I like it. I like it a lot. Sunwalker, well, that's annoying.
Feel the power.
Wind Fury, you're giving that thing Wind Fury. Well, then it can't kill... That's a fairly good play. That is impressive. That screws me over by a ton. But I know a way to solve the issue here. I think we'll play Questing Adventure, because he has to get rid of this thing. It's an annoying card. Then we'll do this. The hilarity of this situation is that he'll now have the choice between getting rid of the Ogre Magi or the Questing Adventurer, and both of them are annoying. So I'm a little bit... I'll probably use the Windspeaker to kill the Ogre Magi, then use the Sunwalker to kill the Sylvan Crude, I think. I still have Cardroy and Lay on Hand, so yeah. I'm still wondering if he has any spells left. He has kept his Stoneforged Axe in hand, but he can't really use it to attack with because it dies if it does, so not really like I'm in trouble. I still haven't got my Consecrate or Hammer of Wrath. Do you have a spell? Probably.
Get in there and fight, maggot.
Yeah, I'll probably use that on the Questing Adventurer, which makes sense, to be honest. What else you got? Spiteful Smith. That is virtually useless unless you're planning to attack me with it. You must have a Doom Hammer then, I would presume. Let's see here. Let's just do that first. Kill off the taunt. True Silver Champion. He's dead. GG. That went a lot better than expected. But he did have a nice play there with the Wind of Fury on the Sea Giant. Killed 2 of my creatures, which pissed me off. It was annoying as hell to look at. But we do have now 2 victories, and I guess we'll do another game. I'm a little bit too happy, I think. I'm liking this deck a lot. It's a lot of fun. I might actually try and drop the exact same thing for Arena, or not Arena, for Competitive, and see how it goes there. Might add in another Hammer of Wrath, or a Consecrate for Silverback Patriarch, for instance. I still think I haven't actually gotten that card either, which I think is actually good. So, a brand new player of Wombat Warlock. Let's see here. A Mage. This could be troublesome.
You asked for it.
Going second, good. That means I can start out with a Loot Hoarder. We'll drop the Darkscale Healer, but keep the rest. And Lay on Hands. Not the best card. But yeah, I think we'll go Coin, Loot Hoarder, Initiate, Race of an Hunter. Unless she plays actually something on turn 1 here. Not going to be able to get board control if she opts for using that pinging to kill off my minions. So I could potentially here be very much in charge. I can then play Initiate, Race of an Hunter, Ogre Magi. Potentially use the Blessing of Wisdom here to, if this thing survives, get an extra card. But I think I'll just save it for a bigger creature.
It's time for a little blood.
Well, that is annoying. Play an Initiate and just ignore that. It will be Enraged, which is the worst thing here. But I don't have the potential to kill it. I will have to use the Race Event to do that, I think.
Hey, give me that.
What I presume will happen now is that I'll probably be attacked by the Armani, and that thing will be pinged, so at least there won't be any more minions on the field. I'll take 5 damage. Well, that's one way of doing it too. So I'll definitely have it to play the Race Event, and I might have to give that thing a... No! We'll gamble on the Mad Bomber here, I think. If we're lucky, it will kill it. If not, then I might be in trouble. Yeah! That worked out very well for us. We shouldn't be allowed to be that lucky. I'm a little bit unsure. Might actually go True Silver Champion this turn. But I think I'll just keep it for the 2 health restore. Dark Iron Wolf. Well, that's a little bit annoying. So, I think I should go True Silver Champion. I'll take 4 damage, but I'll kill the Dark Iron Wolf. I'll retain board control. And it's the best use of it. I do 4 damage to a minion and it dies, so it's not a horrible play. It's not the best play, but it's not horrible. Then I think we play most likely the Race of an Hunter and an Initiate. Try and get ready to bait out a Flame Strike. I'll be able to kill most minions with the other charge here, unless you can actually get rid of the weapon. So, I'm in a fairly good position. She might actually just opt for pinging this. Spells cost 1 less, so she can fire a Fireball. 1 fire Fireball. Well, that's good. That's good to know. So we're going to kill that then. That's good, but using a lot of cards here. I think we'll just kill that, get it out of the way, and then I think we'll play the Race of Fan and the Race of Fan and an Initiate. I think that will work. I do have the Darkscale Healer for a little bit of healing. I do also have the Boulder Fist for next turn. This thing won't actually die to either a Fireball or a Flame Strike unless you can get a spell creature on the field, so I'm pretty sure I might be in a good position here.
Pay attention, class.
I can't kill that, which is annoying. But I can Boulder Fist and then kill it, so it's not like I'm in a horrible spot. Why can't Archmage? Don't want to Archmage. I think we just Boulder Fist for now. And then hit her in the face. I still have Lay on Hands, so it's not horrible if I take a lot of damage. Potentially I could bait out a Flame Strike and then trade. That's about it. Probably not a Flame Strike coming. Fireball perhaps. could have silenced that too, for that matter, but 1/1 ain't really that scary, and I still have my Consecrate in the deck.
I wonder.
Yeah, I'm counting on cards that might not come, which that's kind of how I usually play. Magica Mercenary. So, do I want to kill that? Probably not. I don't think so, at least. I could go Guardian of Kings, but it will trade with that, so... Do I want to kill that? I think I do. That's a 5 cost, this is a 6 cost, but even so I can play Guardian of Kings, which doesn't die to most of the things she can play. It could Fireball it, but that's about it. And I do use the healing very good as well. If not, then I think we might actually go... or if that doesn't die, then we actually might go Blessing and Wisdom and Darkscale Healer next turn. I still have Ogre Magi, I still have Darkscale Healer, I still have Archmage, and I also have a Lay on Hands. So it's not like I have a it's not like I have a lot of choices. Are you just playing everything you have here? That is probably a mirror image. No. Mirror entity or whatever it's that summon a minion of the same type of minion, let's just say that. I think we'll silence this thing, it could be annoying. No, is it Ice Barrier then? I can't remember exactly what spells Magus has, which is kind of a problem right now. Let's do that. Let us attack that. Let us play this, which means that 2 minions will have to be sacrificed. It's probably an Ice Barrier, I think. Can't really imagine it to be much else. Funny thing is, these minions won't actually kill anything, and even if she uses a Flame Strike, you still have to sack these 2 and be left with that. I have Asher Drake for card draw, I have Blade of Hands for card draw, I have another Guardian of Kings, I have, what, 14 health in my hand? It's not like I can't afford to take damage, and I have a lot of strong creatures as well. Fireball probably. There it comes. So you're going to sack creatures into that, which is a little bit hilarious. Why are you just going to Fireball it? Azure Drake. I'll just play one on my own. Or I could play a Guardian of Kings. It'll probably die though. So I think we just go Azure Drake and Ogre Magi. And potentially start causing a bit of trouble here. Especially considering that if I then get a Consecration with these 2 on the field, they'll kill the board. So hopefully I'll draw my Consecration here. Eventually I could just have gotten a Flame Strike in my face. Another Azure Drake, wow. So we do have trading potential, let's just say that. And I think I might just trade unless I do draw my Consecration here. Potentially I should have played the Archmage since it will kill those and still survive. What's that?
I wonder.
This turned into a very drawn out game really. But I'm pretty confident I might win this. How am I doing card wise? I have 14 cards, she has 15. I played less cards though. Trading the Asher Drake. What is that spell? It says, oh, it's an Ancient Brewmaster, which I will now proceed to kill. And you play that, and you. Well, that's a little bit annoying. So, what do I want to play here? I think what I actually do is... No, I don't want to do Lay on Hands. I think what we do first and foremost is kill off that. Then we play our own Ancient Brewmaster and an Archmage. The Archmage might die here, and potentially that will lead my Brewmaster to survive. So I think we'll trade the spell power creatures because they are annoying as hell. Trade them for each other. We'll play a Brewmaster and an Archmage. So I still have spell power. And next turn, potentially, I might go for Questing Adventure, Noble Sacrifice. Potentially lay on hands a Noble Sacrifice, depending on if I need cards. But I can't really imagine a way that all of my minions die here. So, in that case, she needs to have a Flame Strike.
I wonder.
I still miss my Hammer of Wrath. There's actually... Well, that's annoying. Probably ignore me then. Yeah, it's getting ready here for a Fire Strike. Yeah, ignored me. And what am I going to respond with? Well... Silverback Patriarch? No. We'll play a Lay on Hands here and heal me. Aldo Peacekeeper, Harvest Golem, Acolyte Pain, a lot of card draw, and then we'll play this, I think. So, do the Flame Strike come now? I'm very curious. And just to make things a little bit more interesting, I have a Hammer of Wrath and a Consecration among my 9 cards that I have left. But this is really starting to get drawn out. Unless she uses spell, ball clear will not happen due to my Noble Sacrifice. And if something very scary comes out, I have the Aldo. So, what do we want to play next turn? Probably Silverback a Stormwind Champion. Are we going to go for me then? Well, that's not going to work in your favor. I really want my Consecration right now, I think. That would be really great, because then I can kill off the Stormwind Champion and the entire board. You have Volcano Missile, something like that? Nope. Wow! My wishes do come true. There you go. Will that trigger your... No, well, it didn't actually trigger the secret, which is kind of bad.
Another round.
But we'll do this. Play the... I think we'll actually play the Questing Adventure and the Acolyte of Pain. No. We'll play Questing Adventure and then Silverback Patriarch. And potentially we can, hopefully, finally do some damage. A little bit concerned, I can't actually remember what kind of cards I have left here, and that is a big problem. I'm also very curious to what this is. Nothing? Well then, I think we just up the odds a little bit. I would imagine that might be actually a Vaporize, now I think about it, so let's check that. Yeah, it's a Vaporize. So, I was starting to wonder why Ice Spear wasn't actually triggering, but that's perfectly fine. It's supposed to Vaporize, it makes sense. 13 damage, play 2 cards, and she's dead. What you got, you skimpy mage? You have 4 cards, you need to have something. Polymorph! I feel sorry for me sheep. No, not really. What else you got? Probably have a bunch of spells there that aren't actually very good. We'll go Fang Creeper, and an Acolyte of Pain, and a little minion. So, we're getting close here. With my Hammer and Rod, I might be able to end it next turn, unless something very scary comes out, like, say, a Flame Strike. But even so, 2 of my minions won't die, and I'll get a card out of it. You'll get rid of 3 damage, which aren't actually that much. I am blasting the minion. What else you got? Mind control tag. You got my... Wow, that is annoying. Should probably not have played as many minions as I did, but that's fine. Even if you did get that, I can just use the Alder on it. And then it won't be that dangerous. That is perfectly fine. Yeah. Alder it is. Then we hammer wrath that. Then we play a noble sacrifice, a minion, and just start dealing a little bit more damage. So, do you got anything more interesting? I'm running out of cards though, I only have 4 left. Damn, this match is taking a while. Come on then. What you got, matey?
Get down!
So, the noble sacrifice triggered. I'm going to fireball that. You're still almost dead though. That's annoying. It's almost dead. Just almost. Stampeding Kodo. I might actually be in a ton of trouble here now that I think about it. And the reason for that is fairly simple. I have no idea what kind of cards I have left. Harvest Golem, Frostwolf Warlord. Does this add up? I think it does, so we'll do that.
Reporting for duty.
And then we'll add a Frostwolf. 8-8. Sucker on that. And then we'll just hit in face. And unless the Frostwolf dies, I think I might actually be able to end this. I still have a Guardian of Kings. Pretty terrible card. And with that, I might be in charge here. Flame Strike would still be horrible, but I'd still have a 2-1 that needs to die. I'd still have this thing alive, and currently these things won't actually kill it. So the hilarious thing here is a Fireball would probably keep her alive, but that's probably the only thing, or a Sunwalk for that matter, and then just going after the smaller minions. And I still have 3 cards left. I'm trying to come up with what they are. Have you used my Boulder Fist? No, I haven't used my Boulder Fist. Thank you for the card. A Blessing of Kings. Well, this might actually just be the end. Yeah, this is the end. The Blessing of Kings will kill you. You can't kill all my minions. I've won. Finally, I've won. Still doesn't save ya, unfortunately. Yes, I know, I'm almost out of cards. You know the hilarious thing here? Let us make a beefed up Acolyte of Pain. And boom! Finally! It took goddamn forever. But we did win. So I think I can forgive myself that. 3 victories out of 3 possible, and the mage was defeated. I like this deck. We'll continue with it next time. Thank you for watching. I do hope you enjoyed this, and I do hope to see you next time. Bye.